So welcome back sa ating humble video lesson for entrepreneurship. So for this week's video lesson, we're going to talk about the module 2, which is titled Business Implementation. So I'm going to flash our module. So ito po ang ating gagamiting module for this week. Again, thank you po kila Sir ARIEL Gutierrez of DIOSDADO Macapagal Memorial High School, Florida Blanca, and his editors for this module. Okay, so ayan, you have your preliminary activities, what I know. So everything in this module, write your answer in your notebook. Okay, so you have, ayan, choose the letter of the best answer, have multiple choice. Then you have also what's in activity. Okay, so you have to write at least 5 mission and goals. Okay, on how you can build your business. Okay, so pakisulat na lang din po sa notebook yung magiging mission and goals ninyo. Okay, so this will be an individual activity, but your basis will be your submitted business plan last quarter. Okay, so for what's new activity, read this case study about Jollibee. So medyo nag-trending for the previous week on Jollibee. Okay, because of some issue regarding the food that they serve. Okay, so ayan. Okay, so you have to answer these 2 questions and write this in your notebook din po. This is based on your own opinion about these readings. Now let's go to the introduction to business implementation and a very good business plan. Though last quarter, nag-submit naman na kayo sa akin ng inyong business plan per group. And base dun sa mga na-check ko, nakita ko naman yung effort nyo, each member ng bawat group. And I would like to commend everyone dahil maganda naman yung naging output ninyo. Even now na, yes, alam ko naman na naging mahirap yung inyong sitwasyon, nakita ko naman yung naging effort ninyo na each member, each group na matapos yung business plan ninyo. Okay. So for the purposes of the business plan, though na-discuss na rin naman na ata natin to in the previous quarter. So just to reiterate na lang din. So to entice partners, investors, and bankers to fund the business venture. So if yon wala tayong parang kapital pa na malaki to fund the operations, pwede nating ipakita yung ating business plan dyan sa mga yan, sa possible partners, investors, and bankers. And to communicate what the enterprise is all about. So, using those business plan, yung business plan na magbibenta kung ano yung inyong products or service na you offer dun sa inyong possible, mga partners, investors, or even the customers. And, show what financial returns could master. So, magkano ba ang magiging return on investment, kailan nyo mababawi yung inyong naging capital, ganun. And, ilan yung posibleng maging, let's say, maging dividend ng inyong magiging partners or stockholders. Okay? So, the business plan should contain the important information. So, eto naman, ay nakita ko na rin naman sa inyong business plan, itong mga to. Okay, so the business plan should, begin with the business concept and the vision for the next 3 to 5 years. So, usually, dito nag-range yung mga business plan, especially yung mga financial statements na gagawin ninyo. Though, yung iba sa inyo nakagawa na ng financial statements nila, projected financial statements for 3 to 5 years, and yung iba hindi. But it's fine. So, at least meron na silang parang vision nila kung ilan talaga yung pwede nilang magamit, kung ilan yung pwede nilang kitain for the next 3 to 5 years. Okay, so ano pa yung mga laman ng ating business plan? Okay, so the business plan should contain an executive summary. Eto, hindi ko pa naipagawa sa inyo to kasi parang per chapter pa lang yung ipagawa ko sa inyo. So for this quarter, eto yung magiging output na ninyo. Okay, executive summary from the word itself, summary, lahat ng parts or lahat ng chapter ng ginawa ninyo, isa-summarize nyo siya. I-highlight nyo kung ano yung mga dapat na makita ng posible nyong magiging partners or investors. Okay, so number 1 is the organizers and the key people. So, behind the business. So, yung merong magpuput up ng resources, talent, skills, and technology to achieve. Actually, natuwa ako dun sa mga gumawa ng organizational chart na may mga picture ninyo ng bawat group. So, ito yung magiging manager, ito yung magiging cashier, kitchen staff. So, that is good. So, yun yung number 1 natin. Number 1, so the market being targeted. Meron ding mga naglagay ng picture ng location, picture ng mga students, teachers na target nilang bentahan, which is also good. Then, okay, so how the business will be operated and organized. So, merong mga, doon sa chapter ng production, so inisa-isa nila kung paano gagawin yung products, kung paano i-initiate yung mga services, ganun. That is also good. So, isa-summarize nyo na lang yung mga yon. And then, ayan, the products and services offered. Okay, so diniscuss nila yung anong sizes, magkano. Okay, so yung mga main products na or services na i-offer nila. And then, the investment and capital required. Meron ding naglagay nung per person na magkano yung i-invest niya. Let's say 10,000. Naka-indicate doon. So, that is also good. Then, ayan, technology, technical expertise, and equipment. So, meron din nag-isa-isa doon. And, naglagay din sila kung magkano. Let's say, for example, yung oven, magkano. Okay? So, magkano yung mga mabibilhin nilang mga plates, spoons. That is also good. Then, ayan, capital structure. Though, mainly ang naglagay lang doon ay parang mula sa savings. It's also good. Pero, kung meron kayong ilalagay na, let's say, mag-outsource kayo sa mga banks or mag-outsource ba yung tawag? Or maglo-loan siguro or hihingi ng additional funding sa mga banks. That is also good. Pero, yun, siguro dahil pare-parehas naman kayo, nag-stick na lang din kayo sa savings. Okay lang din naman. And then, ayan, operating budget. Yan, yung mga cash flow balance sheet. In the following module, I think for the last 2 module for this quarter, i-discuss naman ito. And also, ayan, the risk in the business and other contingency measures. Pwede rin kayong maglagay. So, if hindi matinda yung ganitong products, ano yung pwedeng ipalit? Kung seasonal yung ganitong product, ano yung pwedeng ipalit na i-offer? Okay? Okay, next is organizing and structuring the enterprise. Okay, so the businessman must able to estimate the capital required for the enterprise. Majority naman nakapaglagay nito. So, yun nga, yung sinasabi ko kanina, naglagay sila ng per person na pwedeng magiging ambag. Ambag talaga. Or, parang capital na ibibigay nila for the operation of the business. Okay, so, here naman, we're going to discuss the capital required would be indicated in the investment of assets for the business. Okay, so you have the current assets or called the short-lived assets. Okay, so yung mga madali lang siyang iikot for the business. Okay, so you have your cash, inventory. So yung inventory, yung mga nagawa yung mga finished products, na i-stock nyo siya. And then for pick up ng inyong magiging customers, so bibilangan nyo yung mga yon. So that will be your inventory. Accounts receivable. So yung accounts receivable, ito yung mga pinautang ninyo. Okay? Let's say, for example, meron kayong customer na laging bumibili sa inyo. So, for at least 5 days, ganun, parang bibigyan mo siya ng product, pero for the 5 days na tatakbo, ika-5th day na lang siya magbabayad sa inyo. Okay? So, hindi siya parang kaliwaan na magbabayad siya. So, yun yung accounts receivable. Meron kayong i-receive na payment sa customer ninyo. And other current assets. So, other current assets, maybe if you are putting up a business, parang very minimal pa lang siya. But this includes advances to employees, also deferred tax assets, and yung bond issuance cost, and ano pa yung isa? Yung other prepaid expenses. So, medyo very technical na siya. But those are also considered current assets. Next is the long-lived or fixed assets or the non-current assets. So, these are composed of, ayan, yung mga nagtatagal. Sana all nagtatagal. Char! So, yung mga nagtatagal dun sa inyong company na nakakatulong sa pag-operate ng inyong business. Okay, so ayan. Ito yung mga other assets. Okay, so ayan yung mga interest rate, ayan, mga pre-operating expenses na nagagamit. Yung mga pre-operating expenses could be yung mga gagamitin nyo for the licensing, pag e-enter ng inyong business sa mga government agencies, let's say for example, DTI, SEC, ganun. Okay. Next, ayan, the assets of enterprise are financed by its liabilities. So, meron naman tayong current liabilities. Ayan, ito yung mga example niya, supplier's credit. Ito naman, kabaliktaran nung accounts receivable na gagawin ninyo. So, kayo naman ngayon yung kukuha ng products sa supplier ninyo, but hindi kayo parang kakaliwaan ng bayad. So, hindi niyo babayaran siya kaagad. So, supplier's credit. So, it could be, yun, specific time, let's say for example, after 20 days, after 30 days. Okay, ang magiging tawag naman dito ay accounts payable kasi kayo naman yung magbabayad dun sa inyong supplier. Okay, and other short-term credit could be in financial institution or banks. Okay, next is the long-term debt or the non-current liabilities. Ito na yung parang matagal. So, it could be a year or more. Okay, na babayaran ninyo. And then, owner's equity. Ito yung mga ibibigay ninyo as owners or as yung mga magpa-partner sa business na, let's say, savings nyo, galing sa savings nyo na ibibigay ninyo or ipuput up ninyo dun sa operations ng inyong business. Now, let's go to the types of business organization. So, yun na lang ilagay nyo dito. Okay? So, you have first the sole proprietorship. Then, ayan, you have the partnership and corporation. Okay? So, yun yung ating magiging types of businesses na posibleng gamitin. Okay? But as you go through your studies, medyo madadagdagan ito. But for now, let's just focus on these three. Okay? So, first, the sole proprietorship. Okay, so the simplest and easiest enterprise to organize. Okay, the owner or the entrepreneur, yan, has sole control over the enterprise. So, siya lang ang magmamanage, siya lang magde-decide kung ano yung mga gagawin. Okay? Also, ayan, since mag-isa lang niya, the profits and the losses, i-shoulder niya. The profit na magigain, napupunta sa kanya, the losses will be shouldered by him or her. Okay, so these are the clearances or licenses na hihingin or hahanapin for sole proprietorship business. Ayan, barangay clearance, fire safety, okay, and so on. Okay, ayan. So, merong maybe additional requirements depending on the type of business. Next one is the partnership. So, 2 or more person to bind themselves into contract. Ayan. So, mag-contribute kayo ng money, property, and expertise. Okay, so yung mga business plan ninyo, dito papasok. Okay, so since parang na-group ko ata kayo ng at least maybe 10 or more, dito na lang kayo papasok. Okay, so you have your types of partnership, a general partnership. Ayan. Composed of partners, liable individually and collectively. Okay, so to all those who have claims against them. So, pantay-pantay. Okay? However, ito namang limited partnership, okay, who have limited liabilities. Okay, while others in the partnership have unlimited liabilities depending on your agreement. Okay? Okay, so kapag partnership naman, ito yung mga kailangan ninyong government clearances, permits, and bank certificate of, deposit of money contribution of the partners, and approval of its partnership in DTI. Okay? And also, some of these licenses or permits, kukunin din. Okay? Depending on your locality or LU's ordinances. Last one would be the corporation. So, this is the third form of business organization. Okay, so like partnership, corporation has also separate legal entity. So, hindi na siya, let's say, tulad ng sole proprietorship, si owner ay si business. But here, corporation is a totally different or separated entity to its founding members. Okay, so now let's go to the types of corporation. So first, we have the stock corporation. Sa stock corporation, lahat nung mga bibili ng, let's say, initial public offering, yung mga stocks na i-offer sa stock market, that would earn dividends kung sino man yung makakuha ng mga stocks na yon. On non-stock, non-profit corporation, lahat noong ma-generate na profits, ay paiikutin lang siya. Okay? So, the profit generated by the corporation are not distributed to the funders in form of dividends. Okay? So, rather, ibabalik lang siya dun sa corporation and to contribute further dun sa kanilang attainment of mission, maybe kung ano man yung magiging mission nila, let's say to increase more profits or more sales. Ayan. So, dun ipapasok na lang din nila ulit doon. On closed corporations naman, okay, so usually mga family businesses ito, okay, there are strict restriction to the transfer of stocks in a closed corporation. So, bali, doon lang sila kumukuha ng capital inside the corporation. So, hindi sila mag-public offering ng kanilang mga stocks. And last one is, the corporation sole. So, this one, usually ginagamit siya sa mga church group. Okay? So, that ends the discussion. So, here, for what's more activity, okay, so you just have to answer this and have a personal and an enterprise statement. Okay, so you have to have your own mission statement. Okay, what is your compelling business concept? Okay, you could use your business plan dito. Okay, just to answer these questions. As basis, yung business plan yung magiging basis nyo dito. Okay, what name would you give to your business venture? Ano yung nasa business plan nyo, ilagay nyo na rin dito. And if you were to invite investor to your business, sino sila, and bakit. Then, what I have learned, just fill in the blanks. And what I can do. So, the entrepreneur's to-do list. You can create this for a month, let's say for this June. Okay? So, hahanapin ko ito kapag nagpa-picture ako ulit sa inyo ng notebook. Okay? So, pakigandahan na lang nung inyong gawa sa notebook. For June ito, palitan natin. June 2021. Okay? Lagay nyo dito kung ano yung mga gagawin ninyo. Huwag nyo namang gayahin ito So, iba-iba. Okay? Mas mainam kung mapupuno nyo to. Okay? Maging creative din and artistic. Okay, so you have your assessment. Sa notebook na lang din to ha. Pakilagay po sa notebook ninyo. True or false. Complete the sentences. Okay, so you have your additional activities. Pakisagutan na lang din po itong mga. Okay, so that ends our discussion for this week's module. Okay, so for next week, mag-upload na lang din po ako ng overview. So that's all for now. Bye-bye!